categories, and users. Now what I want to do is create the articles page, which will basically be a page that is much like this right here, just the latest articles. So what we want to do is in our application folder, and then in controllers, and then in the admin folder, we're going to create an articles controller. So this is going to be called articles.php. Alright, so we want to create a class. Articles, and it should extends my controller. And we want to create an index function. And this is going to be the default function. So if we go to articles, admin/articles, let's see, unexpected, curly brace on line 3, public function index, should have parentheses, let's say test, class function, public function index, echo test. Alright, so our index controller is going to be pretty similar to our dashboard index function here. I'm actually going to copy this get articles, and I'm also going to get the categories and users so we can use those as well. And for the view, I'm just going to copy this out of the dashboard controller. And we want the main content, or the view, should be admin/articles/index. Alright, so let's go to that view, or create that view in the views folder, admin. We're going to create a new folder called articles. Okay, and in that folder we want to create a new file called index.ctp. And we can test this out, make sure that it's loading the correct view. Admin articles index PHP. I'm sorry, I guess we have to, the index file inside of the view should be PHP, so let's rename that to index.php. Alright, so now it's loading the articles index view. So in that view, we want to put our HTML for the articles, and that's going to be very similar to the dashboard view. So I'm going to go there to inside of the views folder. I'm going to go to dashboard index, and basically I'm going to copy. Actually, I'm not going to copy this. I'm going to go to our HTML layout that we created. Okay, so that is right here. So admin articles. I'm going to open that up. Okay, and I want to grab everything after this div. Actually, I want to grab everything that's in between there. So let me just grab that. And we want to go up to right here, copy that, close that, and then in our articles index view file, I'm going to paste that and get rid. I just want to keep the first TR block, and we can get rid of these. All right, and then we can say right here, PHP for each articles as article, and for each. Okay, and here we want the ID, so we want to say PHP echo article ID. And then we want the title. Okay, then we want the author. I'm sorry, this should be the category. So this is going to be category underscore name, and then we'll have we want the author, so we're going to do first name. And remember, we can use these first name, category name. They're not in the articles table, but in the model we joined in these tables so we can use them. So we want first name and then last name. Alright. Now for the buttons, I'm just going to paste them in. I'm going to replace this. Actually, right here we want the date. Article created. Alright, and then in here I'm going to paste the buttons. Alright, so basically we have an edit button. It's going to articles / edit / and then the ID. Unpublished, same thing. We're going to create these methods inside of the articles controller. Alright, and we should have an add article button up here, which is right here, and we want to change this link. We want it to go to base URL articles / add. Okay, so let's save that and check it out. Alright, perfect. So what I want to do now is create the add article functionality, and basically I'm going to try to set these sections, these videos by object. So we'll try to take care of the articles, and then we can do the categories, users, groups, and so on. Alright, so to create the add article functionality, we need to create an add method inside of our articles controller. And I'm going to paste this in because I don't want to take up too much time typing. But we've seen all this before back in the Gaming Place project. We're going to use form validation. We're setting rules for the article title. We're going to trim it. It's going to be required. It'll have a minimum length of 4 characters. And we're going to use this XSS clean. Body, okay, is going to be required, is published, and category. Alright, and then here we're going to bring in the categories through the article model. Okay, get categories, which is the same one we used up here, just so we have the categories available to us. Same thing with users and also groups. Alright, and then right here we're saying as long as if the form hasn't been ran, then we're just going to load this view. Okay, and the view is admin / articles / add. So we're going to create that in a second. If it has run and validation is passed, it's going to create this data array for us with all the fields for the article and pointed to the values that were entered in the form. And then here we're going to insert them into the database. So we'll have to create this insert function in the article model. And then we're just going to set a message that says article saved and then redirect to the articles page. So let's create the view. Okay, we want to go to views, admin articles, and we want to create a file called add.php. Alright, so let's just test this and make sure it's connected. Okay, articles add. Did I not save it? Public function add. Huh. Oh, it needs to be admin / articles. Okay, so get groups hasn't been defined yet. in the user model, so I'm actually going to just comment this out for now, and might give us the same. Wait a minute, I don't want to comment that out, I want to comment this out. Alright, so now we have our add view linked. So back to the add view, and I'm going to paste this in. It's quite a bit of code, mostly HTML. At the top we have our validation errors function, and that's just going to be a placeholder if there's any validation issues. Then we're creating a form with the action going to admin/article/add. We have a heading. We have submit buttons. Our submit buttons are actually up top just because of the way the layout is. Alright, so we have our submit button right here, and then we just have a close button that's just going to close and go back to the article's index page. Alright, down here we have our breadcrumb. Okay, we've had those on all our pages. And then we have the actual inputs. We have our article title as the name of title. Now this PHP set value, this is going to make it so that if we do submit the form and there's an error, we want the form to stay intact instead of clearing the values out. So that's what this does here. You just want to set this for all the input fields. Alright, so that looks good. Okay, save that. If we reload, now we have our article form. Now one thing I want to do is on the articles page, that's where it's going to go after we submit the form. I want to have a message here that says whatever article saved. So inside of the article index view, I'm going to go to the top, and I'm actually going to paste in a bunch of possible message containers. Okay, so if the article's saved, it'll spit this out. Article published, unpublished, and deleted. Okay, so these are just placeholders for these messages. So I'll save that, and let's see what happens. This link is not going to the admin page, so we just got to fix that inside of the index, articles index view. Where is it? Oh, this is the dashboard view, I think. Yeah, we don't need this. So on the articles index view, this right here, we just need to throw in admin. Alright, so test news, this is a test, everyone, John Doe, published, order, save. Okay, we didn't create the insert method yet. So we want to go to the article model. Scroll down. This is a very simple function. Okay, we're just basically going to call this DB insert, and we're going to insert the data we pass. So save. Article has been saved, and now you can see that our article is here and it's at the top. So I'm going to stop here, and in the next video we'll add the functionality to edit articles as well as publish and unpublish and delete them.